with group after group of Nigerian women protesting this week at the National Assembly over perceived injustice during the voting on constitutional amendments, the women empowerment agenda seems to have taken center stage again. Beyond acquisition of political power, though, there's a growing argument which supports economic empowerment of Nigerian women over anything else. One of such believers is Ife Durosinmi Etti, the Chief Executive Officer of Herconomy, a female-focused fintech startup dedicated to creating financial resources for women. She now joins us to discuss plans and the works to further facilitate the economic empowerment of Nigerian women. Good morning, Ife. You're welcome to the studio.
Good morning. I'm very excited to be here.
Good to have you. Herconomy. Is this about making life better for the women folk? Or is this also about the International Women's Day coming up in a few days, isn't it?
Yes.
Tell us about it. What are you trying to do? And let us also know you in connection to your love for women and why you're promoting this cause.
Fantastic. Okay, so I'm Ife Durosinmi Etti, as you guys have said. I'm the founder of Herconomy, which is a community for empowered women combined with a financial platform. So the reason why we started was because we saw a lot of bias, and this has been a long time. It's not just about International Women's Day. In the past, a lot of women have been, sidelined. A lot of women also give up, their careers or their businesses because, they want to take care of their children. And, sometimes I tell people you can do both. You don't have to give up one, for the other. Even if you want to take time out for some time, it's important for you to also build your capacity so that when you want to get back into the workforce, you have something, to get back into. So I tell women all the time, you can do it all if you want to do it. Sometimes you might not have all of it at the same time, but if you continue to build your capacity, if you continue to grow, if you see person A who has done this, you would know that, okay, if person A could do it, I can do it too. That's why we've built this community where you can see other women who are, achievers, who have grown from point A to point B. And this community has grown so much now. We have over 15,000 women in our community. And we also have men who also believe in the empowerment of women who are part of the community. So what I try to tell people is that we're trying to build a Wakanda where women can thrive. So we're putting opportunities in the front of these women. We're giving them access to grants, access to loans, access to scholarships, access to jobs. A lot of people, especially women, take the backseat. They don't believe that they can achieve a scholarship. They don't believe that they can, start saving or build a big business, a business that is as big as Google. They just want to, stay and say, oh, I have this small business. And I used to be like that, so I don't blame them. So it's about, renewing your mindset, changing the status quo, challenging yourself to do better and get to that next level. So that's what Herconomy is about.
Wow, understood, Ife. Very amazing work you're doing there in that case. I love the name, by the way. I like the fusion of the two terms. So just unfortunately, Steve, sorry. But please take us through the machinery of how it works. You've talked about empowering women. Now, sometimes that is just a blanket statement that is being thrown around. You have a platform that is actually doing that. Let's talk about how you bring women to even get to that point. Let's talk about your bandwidth. How many women can you accommodate? Because there are a lot of women in Nigeria. How many people can you empower? And what structures support you as you go as well?
Okay, fantastic. I love that question. So I tell women, or in the community, what we've been able to do so far is, first we started out as just a community where we used to have capacity building workshops every week. This is bringing experts across different fields to come and teach these women on different topics, from financing, from building your wealth, from building your family alongside work, building your career. We do all that capacity workshop every week. Also, like I said, on the platform, we also have an opportunity board which everybody has access to for free. And we have grants literally every day that we're posting, grants opportunities globally. We bring all the resources together so that women can tap into them, and you can literally even add it to your calendar so that you don't forget when that grant opportunity is closing, right? Also, we realized that you cannot be empowered if you actually don't have money. So recently, we used to be called AGS Tribe, which was the community element and capacity building. So we said we're going to introduce financial services from us as well. And in the past, we've also given out grants to women. So in the past, I think we've given out grants to about 50 women in Nigeria since we started in 2018. And we also, apart from the grants that we give out, we also partner with other organizations to put these opportunities on our platform. So even the grants that we don't give out, we also give them access to also apply. And we also train them on how to apply. And how we even started started was from my book, which was called Accessing Grants for Startups. And a lot of people used to ask me, oh, how did you get access to this grant? And the first one I won was the Tony Elumelu Entrepreneurship Grant. How did you get access to this grant? How did you know about this opportunity? And I tell them these things are there. You just need to apply properly. So we have sessions where we break it down, teach them how to respond to the questions professionally. Because I used to see a lot of women who are doing amazing work. They've built, amazing businesses, but they don't know how to respond to this question. So they're missing out on so many opportunities. When I get there, I see the same set of people all the time, and I tell them, let's democratize these opportunities. We can't just leave it to the same set of people all the time, and most of the time, these people were men. But now I'm seeing more and more people taking advantage of these opportunities. More women are raising funding. Last year was a fantastic year for women. I saw so many women raise, over $500,000 within Nigeria, and this has never, happened in the past. So I'm seeing a lot of change happening. There's a lot of focus on women, and I'm excited for the growth. And I tell women, make your own table. If they're not giving you a seat at the table, create your own table. For example, when we started trying to raise funding for our business, and I was speaking to a lot of people, investors, the VC community, and they'll tell me, oh, if we don't really understand your business, or there can never be another Facebook, and because obviously Facebook is a community. And I used to tell them, I said, don't worry, we have a strong community of women, and I know what I'm doing. But it's always like that at the beginning of the business. People didn't really understand it. And one day I just went to my Insta stories and I said, if you're interested in investing in Herconomy, reach out to me. And I got a list of 109 people who reached out to me to say, I'm interested. 70% of the people were women. And the day I actually said, now we're ready to now take this funding, you've got mail, because I took out the emails of all the people who said they were interested. That list grew from 109 to 500 and something. And guess what? At the time, we needed only $600,000 to take us to the next level. We got commitment in 24 hours of $5.7 million. People were calling from all over the world. People were crying, oh, we want to invest. And this was without a pitch deck. So I tell women, they're investing in you, especially at the beginning of the business. People have seen the credibility, the impact, the resources, the time, the energy I've put into building this business from the jump in 2018. They've seen all the lives of the women who have transformed over the years. People have gotten jobs in Nigeria, in the UK, in Canada, through our network, through our community. A lot of people who didn't have access to, funding, different investors. Through our network, they've been able to get, investors into their businesses. I've seen literally lives transform. So, yeah, Herconomy we're empowering women through these pathways. And to just put it to just summarize it, we're impacting or empowering women through financial services, community, and capacity building.
All right, I mean, that's very good. But I know that this month, March, is the International Women's Month. And we also know that Herconomy, has something coming up called the Economic Conference, Awards and Gala. Could you tell us more about it? What's this all about?
I'm so excited about this because this is the first time we're actually taking it to the next level. In the past, we've always had a conference. Every year, we have an annual conference where, we bring different subject area experts to come and talk about different issues that women face. So we're doing it this year again, and this is like our 4th year. But this time, we're now going to give awards to women. And we have, judges who are looking at these awards from, different credible independent judges, from the IFC, from the World Bank. The CEO of Teach for Nigeria is also one of the judges. And these women are women who normally people don't even see them. A lot of them are dealing with imposter syndrome. A lot of people don't know what they're doing. So we've told the public, nominate these women. And it's only the nominated people that are going to be considered for the awards. And I've seen what awards have done to people. It's just unfortunate that, sometimes in Nigeria and even globally, a lot of people like keeping up with the Joneses. If somebody, says, okay, this organization or this person is credible, then that means that person is credible, and it does a lot for their career, it does a lot for their visibility. So we're giving the awards to the women, and on top of that, we're also going to be celebrating women. So we've told women, come on the 11th, we're going to have a nice time, we're going to dress up, we're going to have fun, we're going to celebrate ourselves for what we do. We're doing amazing things. Women women don't break, we bend. We are fluid, we can, we're money managers, we do so many things, and we don't actually celebrate ourselves. So we've taken our time, because normally in the past we do this event at different times of the year, but now I'm being more intentional and saying we're going to do it in International Women's Month, even though that we know that women need to be celebrated every day, but because globally they've said, okay, March is International Women's Month, so we've picked out a day in March, we're going to celebrate ourselves, and we have a lineup of activities even beyond the 11th. We've started with the Amazon Recruitment Week, so Amazon is trying to recruit, people in Nigeria, and we are their first recruitment partners here in Nigeria. and they're going to recruit people all over the EU, right? So we've done that throughout the week, and we had over 1,700 people join across the days. Every day of the week, we're teaching them on how to, make your interview better. Talking about internship opportunities at Amazon, all the different, job opportunities.
For women?
It's actually for ethnic minorities, so it's for everyone, but focus, because we're a female-focused community, obviously it's female-focused, but men also joined. We had so many men ask amazing questions during the interviews, during the sessions, and I can't just wait to see so many people join, different companies globally. And guess what? These days, you can work remotely, and we're also still contributing to the Nigerian economy. How beautiful is that? Earning, foreign exchange, working from where you are. If you want, they can also, move you and your family abroad if that's an opportunity. So we're creating so many opportunities, for women and, men. And I tell people, join the Herconomy platform. It's a free platform to join. And like I said, we're building that Wakanda. We cannot do it alone.
Men can join.
Yes, of course, men can join. We have men on our platform. And these men are, cheerleaders. They come for our events. They support us, So I'm excited for the future. I'm excited that there's a lot of light, being on women now, and a lot of women are showing their capacity, even globally. Even the pandemic, New Zealand was led by a woman, and it did, better than other countries that were led by men. This is not to say that men are bad, but this is just to showcase the women who are doing amazing work and know that, see, we're here and we can get our hands dirty. We can do it.
Right, Ife. It sounds like so much to look forward to. It's like it's going to be a loaded conference.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And we also understand that your theme for this, or one of your key focuses, will be gender parity. Now, looking at the name of your platform, that's already very self-suggestive of what we would expect, right? But let's talk about how you intend to basically disseminate this information and reinforce your key messaging across board of gender parity, that is.
I tell people all the time, if you want to reinforce gender parity, I tell the easiest way to do it is to showcase what other women are doing. And this is why even our awards are also specific. We're even giving awards to corporate organizations that have diversity and inclusion as their top priority. So it's not just about, women can do it. So you're giving access to opportunities, equal opportunities. And that's what I tell people. People say, people think these days feminism is a bad word. But I tell people the real meaning of feminism is actually just providing equal opportunities for men and women. Don't say because, you're a woman, I'm not going to pick you for a job. And we even had a case recently where an organization hired a woman who came from another organization who was already a high flyer, and she got into the organization, and every week her boss has been telling her, this was just in 2022, telling her, I wouldn't have hired you if I knew you had kids. Those are some of the issues that we're trying to dissolve. I've told her, I said, report the case to HR, and if they don't take it up, I'll send an email to the MD. And they would know, once they see the name of the company, they will know that this girl is down for business. They would understand that we're going to fight that battle, right? So we're telling them continuous communication. Anywhere we can talk about all the amazing, opportunities, amazing things that women are doing, we share it. We share the information. We have a newsletter every day. We're trying to showcase these women, and we've been doing it. We've trained over 85,000 women over the past couple of years. So we have to continue renewing the minds of these women, continue the minds of people. We have to have discussions with the private sector. We have to have discussions with the government. Let them know that, see, these women are here to stay. And we're ready, like I said, we're ready to get our hands dirty. So these are some of the ways that we're trying to ensure that gender parity is at the top of mind of every organization. And it's not just us doing this work. There's so many other organizations who are also doing this work of, educating the public that, now it's time for us to take, center stage and own, our power as women.
Okay, Ife, so March 11 basically will be about the serious discourse part, the conference.
Yes.
And then the celebratory,
yes,
gala part.
Fantastic.
I would like you to talk a bit more about that, but then I'm also interested in your thoughts as to the significance of this coming at a time that two important things have happened to women in Nigeria. One is the rejection of the bill in Abuja that will have ensured affirmative action. And you have seen that women protested at the National Assembly to say that, how can this happen at the time that everybody is saying let's have more women? So that's on a negative note, even though the women are saying revisit it, we want this bill passed. And then secondly, a bit of a good news from the Nigerian police, amending some of their policies to accommodate flexibility for women. You can now wear earrings, you can now, all those things before you now put on the, what's it called, the beret.
Yeah.
You know, you can have something on your head as a woman. Those are significant developments for women at this time. Yours is now coming to celebrate women. How does that make you feel? You know, something of a bad news on the one hand, and then something to celebrate.
You know, when I heard the bill, I was obviously devastated. I was like, you know what, we're coming, right? I tell people, there's a company called Elect Her, and we work very, very closely with them, right? The reason why a lot of people or a lot of women are not in public office is because they don't really have the financial backbone, right? That's the major problem. But a company like Elect Her is financing these women. If you're a credible woman, you understand what you are going to do when you get into office, they will support you. And they've gotten support from, you know, global organizations as well. And we are also supporting them. A lot of other organizations are also supporting them. So women are coming. This bill can be passed. They can do all the things that they want to do. But guess what? I tell people, we'll create our own table. They don't want us at the table, we'll create it. The 5% of women that have gotten there, they got there, right? We'll do more. We'll move from 5 to 10%, from 10 to 15%, little by little. We're already building our capacity. We have women who are in top organizations, who are the peak of their careers. They are ready and willing to support, the people that actually want to go into public office. So those are some of the ways that we're going to actually break this table. When they see that women are coming with financial backing, the likes of the big organizations, the DFIs and everything, they're supporting these women, they'll wake up. It's a bill, right? It will change.
All right, Ife, you speak so passionately about it. I can't help but ask, what is your why? Why did you start this? And we're approaching the end of it, so we have to take it very concisely. But I also want to ask you, you spoke about, women coming, if you literally put your fist out there, it's almost as though, because you also said earlier that there are grants, there are things out there, you just have to go and find it. So is it a case of women not being proactive, or is it a case of them not being given the chances in the first place?
What I see is the honest truth is that women are actually not being proactive. These grants that we give out every year, we literally have to beg people to apply. A lot of people don't want to put their faces out there, but it's a mindset thing. They're scared, or what if I get rejected? I applied for the Mandela Washington Fellowship 3 times, and I got rejected. And guess what? It wasn't because I wasn't good. I was also applying or helping people review their applications, and they were getting in. It was just not my time. So people need to know, sometimes it's just not the right timing for you. You might get there eventually, and then you have more opportunities just because of the timing that you came in. So sometimes God is the God of perfect timing. There is no rush. You get your rejection, you take it like a big girl, wear your big girl pants and move. You know that another opportunity is there. Or if I don't even get it eventually, I'll get other opportunities.
And very quickly, your why?
My why. Growing up, right, I was quite privileged, right? And my mom was one of those moms who actually gave up her career. My mom is a lawyer, and I don't cry on TV, but yeah. She got her career, and she got her career, and she took care of us. We had everything and all of that, and eventually, her and my dad split up. But my dad, thank God, my dad is the most responsible man I know in this life, so he still took care of us and everything. But my mom suffered. Like, she had to move to one remote area of town. She had to, enter the market. But thank God my mom is a hustler. So I saw how she fought and fought and fought before she could actually get back into the workspace. So she eventually got a job and started doing better, right? And I saw other women, apart from her, some of my aunties, none of them didn't have any financial capacity. They were not financially literate. A lot of them could not, take on jobs just because, maybe their husband told them not to, or maybe sometimes they were traveling a lot and then, society, cultural norms, pressure and all of that. A lot of them gave these things up. And some of them, eventually, along the way, they couldn't contribute to the society, they couldn't contribute to their children's upbringing, and eventually they regretted it. And I used to have these conversations with them. So I said, you know what, it ends with me. It's not going to happen. As I'm growing, I'm going to pull other women along. We're going to get there together. It might be difficult. You might have to fight a lot of battles because this is not what, a lot of people are used to, but we're going to get there.
Right. So that spurred you to say the change is going to begin now.
Yes.
We want to thank you so much, Ife Durosinmi Etti, for joining us and sharing those very cogent points. And we look forward to the conference, wishing you the very best with it. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.